And that was by Caster Gems. Let's see. Why are you doing this to people, Gems? Alright, let's do this. Let's get this over with.
Is it the mustache? Who knows?
What's up, YouTube, and welcome back to another very spicy and fun deck. Well, at least fun for you, not necessarily for your opponent. Now, this one was suggested to me by Caster Gems. He requested me to play this, so all the props for the deck go to him. And while I was very suspicious looking at this list first, I had an incredibly good game on stream. Now, I want to say right away that unfortunately that day my internet connection was playing tricks on me and the recording of the gameplay is a tiny bit choppy. I hope you will forgive me for that and I'll try for that to not happen again. Nonetheless, let's have a look at this deck first. What exactly is this? It is an insider knowledge mill deck. So I'll explain the core combo first and then all of a sudden all the cards in this list will make sense. So the key cards are basically Akshan's landmark, and that is Warlord's Hoard, giving you a Sentinel's Hoard, and then the Fount of Power. Draw 2, your cards cost 1 less this round. We try to play this 3 times in 1 turn so that we can play infinite insider knowledges. Now we have 2 problems with this whole game plan. First of all, how do we get 3 Sentinel's Hoards in 1 turn? And then how do we get infinite insider knowledges? And last of all, how do we not mill ourselves before our opponent? Now let me try to explain. So first of all, as soon as the Warlord's Hoard counts down and we have the Sentinel's Hoard in our hand, we try to copy that card into our deck with Counterfeit copies or with careful preparation in some rare instances, and then getting more copies off of it with Practical Perfectionist ideally, once we have a bunch of these Sentinel's Hoard in our deck. So this makes sure that we draw a lot of cards and discount them. But we still need to make sure that we don't run out of cards before our opponent does. And for that, Counterfeit copies also helps just as much as Practical Perfectionist, right? So we can shuffle a total of 9 extra copies of cards here and a total of 12 extra copies of cards into our deck here. So with 21 more cards in our deck than our opponent, we should usually not mill before them. And of course, careful preparation can also help to put an extra card in the deck. Now, most of the rest of this deck is to either give us that combi consistently or to help get us that Warlord's Hoard very quickly. Now, let's start off with the Warlord's Hoard part. We play Akshan and we play a lot of stuff that reduces and counts down the landmark, like Clockwork Curator and Time in a Bottle, and most of these spells also help us out. So Rite of Calling also either finds us Akshan or discounts the landmark. Doomkeeper just for some versatility and a bit of board presence in the early game. Iterative Improvement, we can also copy the Clockwork Curator, for example. This is already a stack on its own. This could be more a countdown stacks, but this is of course very versatile because we can later on also copy Practical Perfectionists, for example, if we do run out of cards in deck, we want to shuffle more, or Station Archivist to find more copies of either the Sentinel's Hoard and therefore the discount, or to find more copies of Insider Knowledge to keep the draw chain going. We have Veigar and Vagabond as a 3-of just because it's incredibly important to get that Akshan landmark rolling. And as an additional tool to help us out with the combos, we have Chief Mechanist Zevi. Now, you don't absolutely need to have Zevi on the board to get those combos rolling, but she can definitely help out quite a bit, especially when you still need to find those Sentinel's Hoards that you had in your deck from the Akshan landmark after shuffling them in with a card like Counterfeit copies. So yeah, to put it simply, our game plan usually looks like this. Play Akshan or Veigar and Vagabond early on, turbo flip the first landmark, turbo flip the second landmark, that is Warlord's Hoard, then shuffle multiple copies of Sentinel Hoard in our deck, ideally with Counterfeit copies, and then draw with the Font of Power, ideally multiple Font of Powers in 1 turn, and then all of our cards will cost 0 mana ideally, and then we can just get the infinite combo to pop off. Either shuffle Insider Knowledges with Counterfeit copies or with Practical Perfectionists, and then try to just cycle through your deck. You have a lot of predicts, you can time trick, you can station Archivist to find whatever you currently need. And in the end, just make sure you don't deck out before your opponent does, and that you do keep this combo rolling. Now, of course, this deck struggles against aggro decks and against tempo matchups, but it is actually pretty effective against slower decks, against control-oriented or combo decks, which take quite a long time to close out the game. And sometimes, even if you try to go for the combo in the first place, and for some reason you don't draw enough Sentinels Hoards, or you run out of mana or whatever, don't get too frustrated. You can sometimes get a second shot. You can sometimes just get that combo rolling later on. And like I said, I had one game that is just too good not to show, even though the quality is a bit messed up, even though the gameplay is a bit choppy. But I did run into the #1 ranked player on the EU ladder, Mick Check, way north of 1000 LP. And he did queue up a Darkness deck, one of the slower control decks, and that was the perfect opportunity, the perfect chance to get this deck rolling and really showcase what it can do. Oh, and we're playing against the rank 1 on Europe. Do we have any removal? Yeah, this matchup is straight up horrible for us. Too slow? I'm not sure if Veigar would agree.
Good people don't look the other way.
Who knows? Maybe they block here. Damn it. How valuable is Akshan here? I don't think we give him up. We really need the Hoard immediately.
Oh sure, take your time. I love Blow Darkness.
You can get another, but it's gonna be way slower to wait for the next one.
Astounding curiosities lie ahead.
So Vagabond guarantees the Hoard immediately. I think I like copies more. So that's right this turn. That's a good point. Oh, we are mono Akshan. I guess I could have sacked the first one.
You cannot run from absolution. What was theirs is now ours.
Looks like the meme mill deck. How dare you call this a meme? Watch us take out the rank 1 on Europe here.
Ingenuity, Lord Veigar. Stretching my legs. Number 3 is to tell people things. Smooth brain fool.
Skip or Perfectionist. Iterate Clockwork Curator is interesting.
Oh dear.
Witness true power.
What is the combo? You shall see. You shall see soon. Ooh, that hurts. Rope Maker is the scariest card right now. No darkness on Akshan, alright, wants to insta-flip.
Oh, my dear.
And drawn, I think?
The hour approaches.
I think I use both counterfeits on the cost reduction thing. So if I'm not mistaken, I now double counterfeit the Hoard. Or maybe single counterfeits and then play the second one at cost reduction. Nah, just double counterfeit, full send. Archivist has better odds. Okay, this means I need to shuffle. Well, I can predict first, actually. Or no, counterfeit insider knowledge, right?
I think we have something on that case.
I should have probably played her first.
It's like tomorrow, but in triplicate.
I tried.
It's more exciting than an unsolved mystery.
Don't want to die? Don't do terrible things.
Gotta predict again to get rid of the bad top decks.
Witness true power.
What is this?
Well, guess I did that. Hi, we are so smart. But you knew that.
I'm always going for the mill, I'm never attacking here.
We'll make them pay.
I still have like 4 of... No, wait. I used 2 of the 6 I shuffled. I still have 6 of the Warlord's Hoard cards in deck. Too many insider knowledges.
What wondrous discoveries await below?
Maybe. Who knows at this point? Let's do it this turn. Probably next turn with full mana again.
Witness true power.
I don't know what to do anymore.
Nothing's more exciting than an unsolved mystery.
Anything can be scattered to its elements, even us.
Can finally. Guess I should have picked the Counterfeit. Probably just dead this turn, right? What was the last thing we played? We predicted, so time to get another Archivist.
The darkness soon. The world will look up and see.
The same calling card from our other case.
Oh, this is perfect though. That means we're gonna draw into both. Wait, is this still doable? I think we might have just about enough mana here. And Counterfeit copies.
Nothing's more exciting than an unsolved mystery.
So now we just need infinite insider knowledges, right?
Yeah, more stuff.
Just go one at a time. No. We gotta flex on him. So just hope our opponent doesn't hold the Dark Bulb Acolyte. Man, my draws are really bad on this deck though. Let's go.
Well, guess I did that. Fine. We are so smart.
So my opponent can't... They only played one Rope Maker. They can't play Acolyte plus the thing anymore, so I can just continue with these. Play this first, draw the knowledge off the top, then I play Perfectionist again. Make sure to not mill yourself. I'm pretty sure that won't happen. Alright, this should be GG.
A one, a two, oh boy! Yep. Yep. Well, guess I did that. Fine. We are so smart. But you know that.
And this deck is evil. Milling aloof, yeah, feels good. Nice, time to knock out the rank 1 on Europe. Oh, I love it. Just in time, though. We could have died this turn if they would have found Dark Bulb Acolyte.
The Emperor commands, the land obeyed.
We're not taking it. We're taking it back.
Alright, 3 more. And now for the grand finale. And first try against rank 1 on Europe. Let's go. Give me a real challenge next time. Gotta respect Mick Check though for sticking in this until the bitter end. I'm sure the YouTube watchers are gonna be very graceful. GG.